Episode 8 of the Basement Boyz. We're here with the boys.
The pod.
The boys.
The boys.
With a Z. It'll always be with a Z, baby.
We're up to 8 episodes, huh?
8.
That's wild.
Wild shit.
Time flies when you're having a good time, bro.
Yeah, it sure does.
Time flies when you're having a great time.
8 weeks is crazy work, bro. Yeah, the first episode felt like it was a week ago. Legit
Literally,
felt like
yeah.
it was. We met Ace a week ago, basically.
I went to,
He's a brother now.
Wild shit.
Before we go any further, though,
Uh-huh.
we're on the road to 500 subscribers, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We need it, baby.
Yes,
Take that
sir.
journey with us to 500.
Amen.
How you guys doing? You guys good?
Hey, man, you know what?
All right.
It's just another week in the office. Another week. Patrick Mahomes proving things he can do that Tom can't.
One pride.
It's just one of those things.
Jeez, we're gonna start off.
Another week, another thing of Patrick Mahomes doing
You got
something
the J's
Tom
on?
Brady can't, bro.
You got the J's on?
I do get the J's on.
why you gotta add that in there? I don't get it.
No.
He's trying to wake you up. That's what he's trying to do.
I'm up. What
was I saying?
I'm up.
Did I say anything wrong?
He's trying to wake you up, baby.
So if you throw a behind the back pass, like means you're a better quarterback than the other guy. Cool.
That was nuts.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's just one of those things where it's
Hey,
like,
this
what?
guy threw a behind the
Yes.
back pass.
Every week we figure out things that Tom couldn't do that we didn't know about. I'm just saying.
Hey, but that was. Can we talk, bro? That,
That was nuts.
bro, what?
You
That
saw
was
the
wild.
defenders? What? What's going on here?
Why you do that?
Because he can.
Because you know what, man?
I know he can, but like why?
'Cause he can.
No, seriously.
You know the word him gets thrown a lot. Gets thrown around a lot
He's himmy.
nowadays. He's actually him. Like he's the
Himmy. definition
of a him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Well, what do you mean?
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Start us off, man. Okay.
I'm excited to watch these new players, these rookies.
New
He
teams.
had a bad injury last week of JJ McCarthy. That was
Oh, yeah, man.
Season-ending injury.
It's unfortunate.
That
Yeah,
was so
bro.
unfortunate. Wallah.
Yeah. It's all good.
Unfortunate.
He wasn't going to play that much this year anyway. They're thinking about maybe starting midway through the year.
Who are they gonna start? Who are they gonna?
Sam Darnold.
You said it with enthusiasm.
Yeah, he did
Sam Darnold.
He said it
You're gonna start Sam
No,
Darnold.
the
over
only
JJ?
reason I did that is because you know me, I'm a know-it-all. So
Yeah.
I wanted to show you I knew who the starting quarterback.
Sam Darnold.
No, I get it, but like,
Sam Darnold. If you argue with me,
Where do you go to college?
USC, bro.
Welcome to the pod.
I was actually excited to watch JJ though. I want to see him and Jetta's like the J squared
Yeah.
going. You know. Which player are you most excited to watch this year though?
Can I pick two?
I want to pick two as well.
My
I
God.
want to pick two. Like, come on, bro.
I got one, but there's like another guy I want to
Go ahead.
throw in.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm really fucking excited to watch Caleb, bro. Williams. I'm ecstatic, bro. I'm not smart enough to think of.
Baby Patty.
I'm not smart enough to think of any other words to tell you how excited I am to watch this guy. But he is. You know, I tuned into a preseason game on Saturday to watch him, and he just had me captured, bro.
Damn, you wasted your Saturday night on that shit, huh?
Yeah, bro. I was
I didn't
locked
watch
in.
that game. I didn't even watch.
No, I don't have a lot of expectations for the team on like how good they are. I think they'll be okay, but like he's himmy, bro.
Oh no, man, that team's gonna be good. Man.
Like
That team is gonna be good.
I was telling you, he did a throw yesterday, like on the run there. I was just like, yeah, there's only a couple other quarterbacks in the league that could do that, bro. Maybe only one.
Maybe.
Yeah, bro. Like he's gonna be really good. You know something about Caleb, like that is like really interesting to me is like he had to stay in college for like an extra year or two that he probably wanted to because in college you can't come right out if you're redshirted, right?
Right.
And like think about all like the nitpicking we did on him, like even like last year. Like that's what happens when you're in college longer than you want to be, right? This kid's the real deal, bro. Like if he can put it together, it's gonna be on us though to be patient with him. Think about it. It took Patrick Mahomes. He said it took him 3 years to be able to learn how to read defenses. Let's not like have him, let's not call him a bum if he has a bad game or two. It takes time.
No, we're gonna do that. If he
I
busts
know,
one of our
we're gonna do it,
parlays-
and I'm gonna
if
be
he
the-
busts one of my parlays, I'm doing that for sure, 100%.
Get him out the league.
100%.
But I'm really excited for him, man. He's got all the tools, bro.
He does have all the tools. I have to see an actual snap, an NFL snap.
Yeah.
Not a preseason. I want to see a game.
Yeah.
I don't count preseason as like whatever you do. I don't count it at all. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't like looking at the score, the yards, just like the movements, like the plays that he can make. That's some different shit. The guy I want to throw in is A-Rod. I'm really excited to watch A-Rod, only because like we're probably not gonna be able to watch him much longer. I don't have a lot of expectations for a 40-year-old quarterback, but like that's one of our GOATs, bro. Like no matter what you feel about him, whether he's a good leader or not, like that's one of our GOATs, bro.
Yeah,
like
he is.
think about it. He's what has he got? Maybe a year or two left? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He'll play
As
well.
far as skill and talent,
Until he becomes a fucking vice president, we gotta.
Honestly.
As far as skills and talent wise, he's the second best we've ever watched.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm excited to watch him, bro.
Not
And like that
greatest,
team's gonna be very
speaking of
interesting. Whether they're gonna be really bad or whether they'll be really good. Like it's gonna be
I don't
interesting.
I don't think there's a chance they'll be really bad. Like I think the worst they could be is mediocre.
I can't see him be bad.
Like that's the worst I could see.
And they have a lot of older
7-7.
players, including him.
Yeah.
Like if their offensive line falls apart, if he gets injured, like the Jets be really bad. If they're healthy, they're gonna be really interesting.
I thought they won 6 games last year, didn't they? They won like 5
they
or
won
6
like
games last
6 or
At
7.
the end of it, they pushed for like 7.
Yeah.
7 or 8, I believe.
year. I mean, so you'd hope we get to
That's
upgrade
with-
at quarterback.
With three
From-
three quarterbacks.
But those
close
are
to
my
Aaron
2
Rodgers.
guys, bro. Caleb, I think that's baby Patty right there. I'm calling it early. That's baby Patty.
No, I'm excited to watch Caleb. Like as he said,
He's funny, man.
he is. Well, he is.
You're so funny, bro.
He's hilarious.
Why?
He does. He declares these things like baby Patty. You know who's been calling him baby Patty? Everybody in the world for the last 4 years. Since he started college, they've been calling him
It's
baby
just
Patty.
because, bro, like when
I'm
I
calling
Like,
it.
he plays.
hey,
Sure, bold thing.
hey, but
Caleb looks
I
like
got it. I got it.
the smart guy.
You know what? You want to know a bold take? Wemby's him, man. Wemby's
Yeah.
gonna be good in the NBA.
Hey, last week, remember after the years, I'm like, guys, this guy's gonna be really
He's
good.
gonna be-
But no fucking shit.
The whole world. I'm excited to watch Caleb. I'm excited to watch Saquon with that Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited
Yeah.
about it. I want to see how to be on a winning team, to have a winning record,
Yeah.
how good you're going to be. With
Right.
Jalen Hurts, I'm so excited. Jalen Hurts is not going to be like running as much.
Right.
Like they don't have Jason Kelsey. They're not going to do the tush push no more. It's all going to be Saquon. Saquon is going to be really, really fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Mine is also Saquon.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I went a different route. It wasn't because I already know Saquon's gonna be great on that team. Like if we just look at Saquon in a vacuum and say he's one of the best running backs, we're gonna get to
is.
we're gonna rank our running backs here
Yeah,
shortly.
I'm excited for that.
But like let's just say he's one of the best running backs in the league, and
Yeah.
you give him. I know they don't have Jason Kelsey anymore, but they're still
gonna do the
they're
tush
still
push.
either 1 or 2 as far as offensive lines in the league. Still even without him,
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think about. So like you give a team that likes to run the ball. You give him Saquon and you give him the offensive line, he's going to have a great season. I'm more excited to see what that means for Philly, though. It's like Philly's a weird team, bro. It's just a weird team. Like how you can start 10-1 and then collapse like
to
that.
bed.
Issues with your coach and your quarterback getting along. There's just so much shit going on in Philly. I'm wondering if a guy like Saquon could be the staple. Could
You know
be
what?
the solid,
It could
the ground for them
He
to
could
be
be.
able to get together and stand on.
100%.
It really could be, bro. Saquon's a fucking stud, bro.
Yeah.
Saquon is a stud, bro. And you're giving him, again, free range with the second best offensive line yet. It's going to be exciting to watch. He's
Really big.
He's going to put up some crazy fucking numbers, bro.
If done correctly,
crazy, bro.
if used correctly, Saquon can have the same effect that McCaffrey had on the Niners when he went there. Takes their offense to a whole nother level.
Right.
Now, there's no Shanahan over there with
Right.
the Niners, and that's why, with the Eagles, and that's why I don't think it's going to happen, because Nick Sirianni is a fucking bum. Hey,
Jesus.
Guys, he's a bum. The stories already came out.
I've always fought you about calling athletes bums. I don't mind when you call coaches bums.
No,
A coach
he-
can be
They
a bum.
deserve it. They deserve
coach
it.
can be a bum.
He's
Yeah,
an
he
absolute bum. It already came out. They started off 10-1. He,
Yeah.
it Hurts doesn't respect him.
Yeah.
It just really comes down to it. I don't know why he's still the coach. Eagles are really usually good with like the front office stuff. I don't know why he's still the coach. What does he do? He doesn't run the offense. He doesn't run the defense. What are you still out there for?
Yeah, it's very weird.
He lost me, Nick Sirianni. I've never liked his face. He has one of those faces that you just want to crack.
I
He
can't
does.
disagree with him.
He does. He has
Because
one of those
I've been
faces.
seeing it as well. Well,
He
has one of
lost
those
me
faces.
in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs when they were walking off at halftime and he was getting ready to flick off. He was like getting ready to flick off. His quarterback had to tell him, "Nah, bro, maybe you might not want to do
His quarterback
that."
is the adult in the room.
Yeah.
You could tell.
But no,
Done,
I forgot about Saquon and the Eagles. It's gonna fucking suck 'cause I'm a Cowboys fan and he's gonna be running all over our asses. That's going to
a
be
problem.
I hope they do it right. I hope they use them right. But if they use them right, you're 100% right.
You're gonna need a couple more crawls from Micah Parsons this season. I tell you
There's
that.
so much I'm excited to watch, though.
Yeah,
Texans,
yeah,
Derrick Henry and the Ravens.
yeah.
No, that's going to be lit.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
That's going to be lit.
What?
He's a little older now, but that's going to be lit, bro.
It's pretty
Oh, it's
cool.
gonna be really, really
It's pretty cool to see. I would have liked them to get a receiver for Lamar, but
They got Zay Flowers,
Flowers, bro.
Zay Flowers is good.
something to hang your head on, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they just don't think that he could get the quarterback to the wide receiver. I don't know.
What did he say?
Whoa.
What did he say?
Run that back. Try it again.
What did he say?
He said maybe they don't think they can. Maybe they don't think he could get the quarterback to the wide receiver.
No, I said maybe they don't.
That's exactly what
No, I thought.
We're gonna play this back. That's exactly what
Yikes.
you said. They don't think he could get the quarterback to the wide receiver.
What?
Whoa.
No, Zay Flowers is going to be good, man. Zay
Yeah,
Flowers
no,
is gonna be
they'll be all right.
Yeah.
You're not excited to watch Derrick?
Like I am, but like, you know why I'm not saying like, okay, you gave a run team a great runner. Like they're gonna do the same thing they did last year. They're still gonna be competitive. I know they're gonna be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Baltimore's gonna win 10 to 13 games, somewhere in that range. What's Philly gonna do? I don't know. That's why I'm excited. Like, is that a missing piece? I don't know. Is that something they can? Baltimore doesn't need a common ground. If Baltimore loses, it's because they're gonna get outplayed.
Yeah.
Philly, it's like, if we look at them again in a vacuum, they might have the best roster in the league outside of San Francisco. Like, at worst, they're the third.
I mean, they're a great
At
roster.
worst, they're the third best roster in the league. They have one of the, maybe the best receiving core in the league. Actually, it's not maybe.
No, they do got the best
They
wide
do,
receiver.
by far. They have one or two best offensive lines. I like their quarterback. I don't know about.
I mean, he's got the
They
capabilities
have
of being
one of the better
one
tight
of the
ends
better
in the
ones.
league. Defensively, I know they played like shit last year. Towards the end, I know, but they got some hitters on the defense too.
Yeah.
So it's like they have one of the best rosters in the league. It's just a matter of figuring it out, and hopefully Saquon will help them. Because I want to see nothing more than Dallas to get fucking stomped on in the playoffs. Just to see your face.
Why?
I just like to see your face.
Yeah, I'm with you too because you've been disrespecting
You're annoying.
Philly about
Hey,
it.
you know,
Like,
you've been disrespecting Jalen Hurts.
Well,
It's annoying. You need to
I
stop.
didn't
Yeah,
disrespect
you did.
them.
You need to stop.
bro.
I'm not,
I just said
you know
it's
what?
a
I'm
big.
not gonna get
Stop.
into that with you. I'm not.
It's a big year for him, man.
It's a big year. Okay,
stop.
I'm not gonna get into
It's a
that with you. You disrespect the shit out of him. Wallah.
One last thing though.
Yeah.
That how often do we have the ability to say, "Damn, can this team three-peat though this year?" That's something we got. I'm really excited for too. Like to see if they can pull it off. If the Chiefs can pull off the three-peat.
Yeah.
I just never thought about that because I really, really can't see him three-peating, bro.
But like that's exciting to think about. Like
It's really hard.
knowing somebody like Patty and the way he's locked in, and like you could say whatever you want. He's trying to become the GOAT. Like he's a
100%.
competitive guy. Like he's gonna do everything in his power to like
100%.
I can
three-peat.
see it, but it's
Also,
really
another team
hard.
that has one of the best rosters in the league. Totally.
really hard.
From 1 to 55. So it'll be exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I'm just
to-
not excited. The reason why I'm saying that is like if Patrick Mahomes won a third one, I'm not excited to see that happen.
three-peat.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to me.
That's crazy.
What is it
bro.
going to change for you? What is it going to change?
You could say that you were able to watch a three-peat, bro.
But what does it change for you though, and how you look at Patrick Mahomes? You already think he's better than Tom. What is that going to change? What is it going to change for everybody? If he wins, if he gets to, complete a three-peat, Tom fans are never going to be like, yeah, he's the GOAT. And Patrick Mahomes fans are going to, or not Patrick Mahomes fans, people who are objective about sports, will always be like, yeah, but he's always been
I'm
better.
a big person to say I like to witness things. I like to witness. I would love to witness a three-peat because
Nah, fuck
you
that.
never know,
should want to
bro.
witness a Cowboys Super Bowl.
No,
Fuck a
I'm just
three-peat.
I'm a realistic guy.
Fuck a three-peat.
I'm a realistic guy at this point.
Yeah.
Just be
We're
real.
way far, man. We're shooting for the stars right now.
Nah, you don't know that. Football is a weird sport, man.
No, I mean,
Football, sometimes you're one move away.
but that's
bro.
why football's so fucking great. By the
Yeah.
way, it's different every year.
Yeah.
Every year you can have hope. I mean, Houston Texans fans last year.
Yeah. Like, there's a team out there whose line is probably 11.5 this year. They're probably going to win 6.
And there's a team
There's a team
whose
out there
line
like
is
that.
5.5.
We're gonna take them.
There's a team
win
that's
11.
line and a half that's going to win 11.
Yep.
And
The Texans last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's why football is great.
Yeah,
So-
I love it.
Caleb, Saquon.
Yeah.
Caleb, Saquon.
I had like 80 of them at the end of it.
A-Rod.
He said, "Bet." He's excited to watch the NFL.
A-Rod. Patrick three-peating. Caleb
You
Williams
guys
being
need to
the next
actually
guy.
stick to these rules sometimes that we have, guys. Like when we set these things,
Fuck
things
that.
we're gonna talk about. You gotta set it, bro.
Fuck
This
you.
guy with his honorable mentions. You have honorable mention this
I
week?
do
For-
this. Hey, fuck that. If he has an honorable mention this week, I do too. I put honorable mentions on mine.
Me too. I was like, you think you're the only one that's
Fuck
going
that, bro.
Top 5 running backs of next year. Give me them.
Woo. All right, I'll do mine. All right, number 1, McCaffrey. If you guys don't have McCaffrey number 1 on your list,
Go ahead.
change it from now. I got Brees Hall number 2.
Okay.
I got Derrick Henry number 3.
Okay.
I got Saquon 4, and I got Bijan number 5.
Oh, wow.
My honorable mention is Jahmyr Gibbs.
I'm going to go second.
Okay.
CMC, Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs at 4, and Bijan at 5. I don't have an honorable mention.
Oh, this is the first time we have completely different lists.
Yeah, I don't have. No, I mean,
Okay, so
just
I took
had-
a different route for this list. I took a different route.
why?
I'm gonna just hear me out. Let me finish to the end
Go ahead.
and just hear me out. I did this list based on who I think is gonna perform the best this year.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
This is how I did my list.
Yeah.
So for 1, I had Saquon. I put Saquon number 1. Let me
Okay.
get to the end of it and we'll figure it out. CMC 2. I had Jonathan Taylor 3, Bijan 4, and Brees Hall 5. And then Jahmyr Gibbs 6. And I have Derrick Henry 7. I don't think you guys understand how kind of washed Derrick Henry is.
You gave
boys.
2.
Washed?
You gave
Yeah,
2.
yeah. Oh, bro, Derrick Henry's kind of,
Yeah,
he's
no,
not the same running back. Wallah, he's not.
he's older
Not
now.
Eddie, but he's playing in Tennessee. He was playing in
brother
fucking
man,
Tennessee.
that was
every
the
every
thing,
team
though.
I just named you wouldn't trade the running back for him.
I
There's
think.
not a single one that would trade the running back.
Where do you
for
have
him.
Brees Hall at?
I have him at 5.
That's a little low for him. He's gonna get a big load.
I had him-
He is. I know.
I had him at
Receiving
3.
wise,
But I just think those 4 ahead of him are just better running backs. Like, here's what I'm saying. Like, it's a mix of things. Like, I think for me, the reason why I have Saquon over CMC, right? This is why I'm thinking. It's a combination of what I think he's going to do this year, but it's also a combination of, for me, Kyle Shanahan has a list of guys who've had their career years under him.
yeah.
It's a long list of guys, right? The way that the Niners run their offense, if you plugged in Saquon for CMC, for me, it would change nothing. The only thing that I can see CMC doing better than Saquon is finding gaps. That's about it,
Yeah.
bro. But he's not more explosive. He doesn't have more big play potential than Saquon. None of that, bro. Like, for me, like,
Yeah.
when I watch their games, I'm not going to look at numbers. With San Francisco, I've just decided I'm not looking at numbers. Because they're all inflated.
Yeah.
Everybody on that team's numbers are inflated, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Under that offense, it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So that's why I went with Saquon 1, CMC 2, because I think he's going to have a better year than CMC this year.
I don't mind that.
I only
For me, because
I can see
the Eagles' offensive line is so much better than San Francisco's, bro. And I could be completely way off rip or off base, but I think if we're saying they're very close as far as skill is concerned, and you're giving one guy such a better offensive line and a run heavy offense, bro,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a better year than CMC.
I
to
only
me.
disagree with you on that, and I don't feel that fucking strongly about it.
Yeah.
Is because I've seen the same route. Like I've seen CMC play on a bad team, and he was still really good. The thing that
But so is Saquon though.
the thing that McCaffrey does.
Saquon, yeah, what do you mean?
The thing that McCaffrey does.
Better catcher.
He's better, with as far as a receiver. The criticism of Saquon for his whole career is that he is always looking for the big play. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we don't really have that problem with CMC. I think that you have Brees Hall really low. Even
You think so?
performing, yeah. Brees Hall is gonna have a monster fucking year.
2 catches every year.
Yeah.
Every week.
Because he's another. The reason why I have him over a guy like Derrick Henry is because he's not one dimensional.
You guys have Derrick Henry high on that
I
list,
only
guys,
do
bro.
because of
That's
the
a
style.
lot, bro.
I only because of the style of the play. He's still going to give you a bunch of touchdowns, and he's going to be really.
I
good.
think his numbers might go down this year, bro.
No, he's going to be. I think that they're another. Baltimore's another team with
That's a
their
run hall-
the-
I know.
the-
Yeah.
their running style.
I know.
Like Gus Edwards had a good year
Yeah.
last year. You add in Derrick Henry, bro, it's going to be nuts. Somebody that might shock us all is going to be Bijan.
Yeah, I have him 4.
We might have
yeah.
Bijan.
Arthur Smith had that kid in a cage, bro.
Yeah.
Wallah, he did.
Now
He
you
had him
put
in
him
a
on a
cage, bro.
team.
You remember last year?
I do.
Remember how many
Yeah, I
times
mean,
they did
like
it?
it's just crazy to me, like how Arthur Smith did that with Bijan next year, we might be coming in and saying that he's number one next
Oh,
year.
100%.
You know what's crazy?
No doubt about that.
You know what's crazy? 1 through 7, you might be able to say
Yeah.
that about.
Oh, yeah.
The running back, I was just having a conversation off air with my boy yesterday. The running back position is so fucking deep.
Yeah.
It's so fucking deep. Like when I was looking at these guys, I'm like, who am I gonna have in like the top 5? Bro, there's guys at like 9 that some people have at 2 or 3 that I have at 9. And like when they say 2 or 3, I could argue. I could see it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like any of these 7 guys, some people think CMC is untouchable. Me personally, I think he's gonna be all-time great running back if he stays in San Francisco. But I don't think he's untouchable. Like I think someone like Saquon in that same system performs the same way.
Nobody's
if
untouchable.
not better.
That
You know
running
what
back
I mean?
position, nobody's
No, but some
untouchable.
people view CMC as untouchable.
No, I
as a
don't
running
view him
back.
at all.
And it's
I don't.
because of the touchdown count is what it is. But
yeah, no, but
you understand what I'm saying though about Saquon and CMC though? Like I don't think the skill gap. If we're just talking skill, like who's a better running back?
I do
don't
think
there's a
that
gap between them.
I think
really
that
don't,
CMC
bro.
is better than him, but I don't think I don't know what the gap is. I think the gap is because he's just a better all-around running back as far as being able to catch the ball and vision. But I think the reason why I do have CMC over him is because I don't trust the Eagles to like use him correctly yet. They don't have an identity. Like I know what the identity of the Niners is. Like the Eagles, like they're stuck in between. Hurts wants to throw the ball. Nick Sirianni says, I don't know if I trust you enough to do that. Like that's the whole fight between them too. You know what that is? Because Hurts is like, bro, you're paying me fucking $50 million a year. I want to air that bitch out. And Nick's like, I don't know. I want to kind of use you like a Russell Wilson and let's run the ball and do play action fakes. So like, they have no idea what they're doing over there yet, unless they're just tricking us all. That's the only reason I have CMC over him, because I just think he's going to perform better still because of
But the fact that they went and got Saquon tells me like they're planning on running him to the ground. Like,
I
that's
hope.
that's a working back, bro.
Yeah.
That's a horse, bro. Like you grab that guy so you can run him to the ground. As fucked up as that sounds, I mean,
I think,
he's
but
a
I think
power back, bro. Like
Brees
that's what we're using
Hall,
him for.
like I'm
He's
taking
every
him,
down back.
In one of my leagues, I'm taking him. I have him the 4th. I'm hoping to God he'd still be there. At
Oh
4.
yeah, 100%. Like if this isn't fantasy rankings,
Yeah.
like, a guy could be number 1 in
Yeah.
fantasy and not be the best at his position, bro.
Brees
Like,
Hall's about to go off this year. That's
the
why-
only reason why he's gonna be so high in fantasy is because of the receptions.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why he's gonna.
he's
why I
gonna
can't
go.
wait.
He's not a better runner than any of these guys. I
He's
don't think,
gonna
in
go
my opinion.
off this year.
He's a better catcher of the ball than all of them, though.
He is, but that's what I'm
On
saying.
all
Like
of
if I'm looking for a running back, that
guy
doesn't
is
weigh
head-
as high as how well you can run.
I
To
couldn't
me,
put.
depending on my offense, obviously, but it just doesn't.
I couldn't put Jahmyr Gibbs in there yet because I got to see him for. He's a fucking.
But
beast.
again, another guy that could be one by the end of this
Yeah.
year when you look at these lists.
Jahmyr
You can
Gibbs.
look at it and be like, yeah, that guy's the best running back in the league.
100%.
It's such a fucking stacked position, bro.
Wallah.
Yeah,
It's the deepest position in football, probably, bro. If you think about it.
that and wide receiver.
Because even wide receiver by like 10, 11, it takes a shit, bro.
Yeah,
Quarterback, same way. 9, 10 starts taking a shit. It doesn't get that deep anymore.
100%.
You're the 16th best running back in the league today is a really good fucking running back, bro. Whoever it is, 16th. Whoever it is, bro.
It's nuts though. Even like the running back position, sometimes people argue it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But that's why it doesn't matter.
You go to
Why?
Because it's so fucking deep.
look at if you go look at the last like 10 Super Bowl winners, none of them have an elite. None of them are paying their running back more than like $1 million a year. Think about all the Super Bowl winners. That's because they have elite quarterbacks. But like, yeah, if you have an elite quarterback, what do I need to pay my running back for $15 million a year? Pacheco's not getting paid shit.
Yo, Pacheco is an angry runner.
I'm gonna tell you the guys that we didn't even mention, right? These are guys we didn't even mention on our. We went to 6 or 7, some of us. Nick Chubb,
Yeah, off an injury.
never did it. Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Travis Etienne, K9, Raheem Mostert, what a fucking year last year. Tony Pollard, Pacheco, James Conner. You had Kyron Williams. Pro Football Focus has him at 16, bro.
That's why.
That's a deep fucking position, bro.
That's exactly right there.
And that's why it doesn't matter. That's why they don't care about the running backs, because they're easily replaceable. I lose one,
They're
I get another
very,
one.
very replaceable. You again look at the last
And they only last 4 years, 5
and
years.
go look at the last 10 Super Bowl winners. None of them are paying their none of them are paying
the wide receiver position is so much different.
The only person in
So
recent
much
memory, recent memory that has like was CMC. That's just because Brock is cheeks.
Limited.
He's limited, so they heavily weigh on CMC. But like usually, when you make to the Super Bowl, you're an elite quarterback, and
Did they win the Super
it doesn't
Bowl?
really matter. Pacheco, How
Did
many
they win the Super Bowl last year?
without no Pacheco was beast, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Chiefs, the Niners. They lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because they relied on them?
Exactly.
With the Seahawks, I mean, they had Marshawn Lynch when they won the Super Bowl.
No, Russ was elite.
It was elite, but Marshawn Lynch was.
But
Marshawn Russ
it wasn't
elite.
Russ. It wasn't. It was
The
It
defense.
was the
It was the
defense.
Waltman.
That defense was on a different level, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One of the best defenses ever, bro.
A wide receiver is basically more important than a
Quarterback.
running
It
back.
goes
I mean, bro,
quarterback
you know,
and
even
this-
No, between like running back, like leave the quarterback position out of it.
What's more important for your team?
Yeah,
it depends the quarterback.
It depends on it really depends on the structure that you have. Better, like more important doesn't really mean pay sometimes. Like like the running back position could be more important for a team, but they're still going to pay the wide receiver more because it's easier to plug in a running back to what they're trying to do. I don't know if I lost you guys, but it's easier to plug and play the running back position, even though because it's so fucking stacked.
You know what's
Whereas wide
important?
receiver, it's not as stacked, but it also might not be as.
You know what's really
sometimes.
important to have? I mean, history just shows it to us, bro.
Yeah.
It's important to have a great quarterback.
Exactly.
You go look at the last 10. There's no elite quarterback, running backs on. Wide receivers on any of these teams. Because when you have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, you have a guy like Tom Brady.
I don't wanna say that, though.
You
Mike
have,
Evans was elite.
Mike Evans,
Tyreek was
but
elite.
Tyreek was fucking elite.
yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But like, just like
Recently.
yeah,
Very, very recently.
very, very recent. You know what's really important?
Still, though.
Yeah, well,
You know
the
what
Eagles
these
won the Super Bowl
You know what
last
these
year, and they
you know
had-
what these quarterbacks ask for? They ask like these elite ones. Give me a great defense, so I don't have to score every time.
I mean, maybe not. I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, like look,
I think if you ask a lot of quarterbacks in the league, they'll tell you, give me some weapons.
hey,
bro.
Patty,
Exactly.
That's what I
Patty
think they'll tell you.
last 2 years, no elite wide receiver, great tight ends.
Football is very territorial. Defense
Yeah.
thinks they're the best things to slice bread, and so does the offense, bro.
Yeah.
If most quarterbacks would be like, give me some fucking weapons, bro. Give me someone I could throw the ball to. I don't got to put it in a perfect spot every single fucking time. Someone who can make plays, playmakers on that side of the ball. I think that's what they lean more towards.
Yeah.
But that's why they're behind center and not in the front offense upstairs. To be honest with you.
100%.
Yep.
110%.
Good shit, boys.
100%.
Let's play a game with Brandon Aiyuk. I'm gonna name you guys some wide receivers and tell me if you guys would choose them over him.
We got some would you rather going. Let's do it, baby.
Ready?
Ready?
Keenan Allen,
Aiyuk.
Ayuk right now.
Amon-Ra,
Amon Ra.
Cooper Kupp,
No, Aiyuk. At this point, Aiyuk.
Healthy, I'm taking Cup.
really?
Healthy, yeah.
Okay.
Devontae,
Man,
No, I'm taking Devontae over Aiyuk. right
Devontae's
now.
getting old, but I'm still taking Devontae.
Yeah, I'm still taking Devontae, bro.
Garrett Wilson,
No, I'm
Garrett
taking
Wilson.
Aiyuk. Really?
I'm taking
Oh,
Garrett
wow.
Wilson.
I'm taking Aiyuk.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Ayuk.
Ayuk now.
He's washed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Debo.
Unfortunately. Debo.
He disagrees with you.
Debo.
Man, that's such a hard one, bro. I'm gonna go with Ayuk because I think he's the better wide receiver.
He's
I don't know
such a
what-
be- he's such a better playmaker
I
than
just
Ayuk,
don't
bro.
know what
He's such a
Debo
better
is.
playmaker,
I just
bro.
don't know what Debo is
That's
on another
the beauty
team.
of Debo. Debo's
Oh
saying,
my
bro.
God.
That's
But
the,
Debo's
that's the
an
beauty.
all around, basically.
That's
all-
the beauty of it,
all
bro.
around player.
But when we're
And
sitting
in
here-
a league where it's not just always just like down deep.
Debo is.
Hey, you guys want the truth about
Debo's him,
Ayuk?
bro.
I don't like Ayuk.
Yeah.
He ain't like,
Yeah, 100%.
bro. Like,
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
hey, you want to know the?
You don't gotta say
Okay,
it. You
yeah,
don't gotta
yeah,
mention it.
I'm
I already know.
Let me just say so the crowd can understand. Like, he ain't shit.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
No, I
just-
mean, he's a really good.
He's a really
like,
good player, but
yeah.
like, you know, he's a lot closer to the 10th spot than he is to
Yeah.
the 5th spot.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
you can make a case that if Ayuk wasn't on that team, that 49ers team wouldn't be
No, you can't make that
as
case. bro.
good. As good.
You can't make that case.
As
bro.
good. As good.
Hey, cool. They take one of their
Yeah, you
instead of
can't
having
make
6
that case,
superstars,
bro.
they'll just have
We'll
5.
fucking slide Debo to the wide
They'll be-
out. Let him
I
play
like
for
Ayuk,
5-6
bro.
weeks till we figure out who we're gonna.
I like
grab.
Ayuk though, man.
No,
Ayuk's
hey,
a-
listen.
Ayuk's a good
I mean, yeah,
wide
He's
receiver.
good,
He's a really good
but
receiver, bro.
he's
All
only
jokes
been in the
aside.
news for all this because there's really not much more going on, and you know how ESPN and Fox is. They need something
Yeah.
to talk about. But
In our
like,
definition of elite, he's not elite.
he is definitely not elite,
he's not
bro.
elite.
Like
so
he's
I mean, you know-
really, really, really not. And you know who doesn't think so either? The Niners don't either because
Yeah.
they really don't
They
want to
would've
pay
took care of him
him
quick.
elite
They
money.
took care of Kittle quick as fuck.
Hey, like you're
as fuck.
You were saying it about like how CMC looks a lot better in that system. Like
So does Ayuk,
how does Ayuk look
Oh,
without that
my
system?
baby, they all do.
Yeah.
All of them do.
They're all a bunch of frauds.
No.
No.
Hey, listen.
No, not
CMC
fraud.
is still great. He was great
Yeah, he
with
was a great.
Panthers.
Yeah, he was 100%.
But like, I don't know what Debo and what
Debo was
Ayuk
really
look.
good before. Oh, well, no, he's
No,
always played
yeah.
with Kyle.
Like, I don't know what Ayuk and Debo look without.
I got so used to arguing Brock. I was gonna say no. He looked good without Brock.
Well, he
Yeah,
looked good with
100%.
Jimmy. Still, but
Yeah.
I think that's just
That's
Shanahan
Shanahan.
might as well
That's-
just be the fucking quarterback out there.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah, bro, 100%.
We haven't said something on this pod in like a few episodes. Basketball boy. I want to ask you a serious question.
Ask me.
Do you think LeBron is good enough to lead the Lakers to another championship ring?
What do you mean by that question?
I mean, do you think LeBron is good enough to lead the Lakers to another championship ring?
If we're talking about lead them as in be the
Could he be the
lead-
best player?
Could he be the best player
No.
on that team?
No, he cannot be the best player.
On a championship
No,
team?
he cannot.
Why
And
not?
Because he has to be 1B at this point. At this point, he has to be 1B. Number one, because his body won't let him last that long. Like, when we say the best player, right? Like, it depends on the guy that you're talking about, what you mean by best player. So if I say, can Paul George be your best player on an NBA team and win a championship?
No.
Obviously, the answer is no.
Hell no.
But what do you mean? Like, because that's a different question than can Anthony Edwards be? Because what you're expecting him to do is what they do best. So for LeBron, because that Lakers team has so many gaps and holes that we all know of, he has to be the best passer. He has to be the best rebounder or second best. He has to be the best scorer. And he has to be the best defender on the perimeter. And he has to do that for 82 games. And then he has to do it for another 30 in the playoffs. Zero shot. Zero shot. Zero shot. Now, can he be 1B? Absolutely. Can he do that in spurts? Absolutely he can. Can he win a Finals MVP if they win a championship? Absolutely he can. Because you're asking him to do it for 5-6 games. But then if we look at it for a year span, AD needs to be the better player on that team. When I say that, I don't mean in spurts or in big moments. I mean from game 1 to game 100. If we look at it as a total body of work, at this point in their careers, AD needs to be the better player. And how I know that? Because it's basically the same team this year as it was the last 2 years when we played Denver. Right. LeBron was the better player on the court. Didn't look good. It didn't look good. And Denver is not this dynasty that we thought it was going to be. It didn't look good. Now, if AD is the best player on the court, I think we win that series. At least one of them. And I think if we win that series, we're in the finals now because it was the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. Different story. And we would have beat Miami. And then you would have had to look at it as a body of work, as a total body of work from game 1 to game 100. AD would have been the better basketball player. That's what it has to be now. Like he's 40. He's 40. He's 40. I mean, he can't. When you think of LeBron, what do you think of?
The GOAT.
You think, okay, the GOAT, but leave that on the side for a second. What do you think of when you think of LeBron James in terms of basketball?
The best player on the court.
Well, why?
It's LeBron fucking James.
No, answer me. Why is he the best, though?
He's great at what he does. What do you mean?
Everything.
Everything he does.
He does everything great, but at this point, he can't do everything great. So he can't be the best player on the court.
What if he had like a Curry with him? Can he still be the best player on that court?
If it's just LeBron and Curry, like if you
LeBron,
swap,
Curry, and AD.
that's different.
Yeah, I mean that's
different now. Now
They
he's
all
even
can't be.
even still then, he has to be 1B.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even still then, AD, because AD technically is a better player from those three today.
Because
Technically.
of the age and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
100%.
So he's supposed to be the best player on that team, followed very closely by LeBron and Steph if they were to get
Technically,
together.
he's not the best player.
But that's the problem, and that's why we don't win. But that's why we don't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
That's what it is, bro. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. And if we rely on LeBron, which we have in these last couple of playoffs, yeah, we don't get that far, bro.
I
We don't
agree
get
with
that
you.
far.
I agree with you to an extent. Like, I do. I think LeBron can be your best player firmly 1A on a team and win a championship. I do. I agree with you on the standpoint of like the grind of 82 game season. No, I shouldn't. Honestly, anybody over the age of like 36 moving up, like the grind shouldn't be on the older guy. The grind, and that's why we've been a little bit frustrated with AD. Bro, AD, you're not fucking 40, bro. Like you need to carry that grind throughout the regular season.
That's the definition of a bag of knees.
Yeah, like
Sometimes,
he
yeah.
you know, every time he hits the floor, I'm worried about it. Don't get it twisted though. Like AD's he's a great player, bro.
100%.
Like don't get it twisted, right? he can't be the best player, and you shouldn't want him to be the best player on a team throughout an 82-game season. But in the playoffs, I think LeBron could still be your 1A by a ton and can still lead them to a championship and win. I don't think it's LeBron that is the problem with the Lakers and why they don't ever win. I think it's because the Lakers and a lot of teams throughout the whole, like his whole career have looked at it wrong, right? Like everybody's always like, yeah, bro, let's just get a bunch of ball handlers and put them around him so we can get the ball out of LeBron's hands. Like he doesn't have to carry that load. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. What is LeBron great at? Like you just asked him that question. What is LeBron great at? He's great at being one of the best passers, penetrating and kicking it out. He's become a really good shooter. He's still good at the rim. And if the NBA fucking calls fouls for him, he'd get to the rim more. Like his free throw attempts have gone cut, and he still gets fouls, and we still sit here and say, why doesn't the guy get the whistle, right? But like the Lakers are like, yeah, we got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands. So then what the fuck do you have LeBron on your team for? Use that guy until the wheels fall off. LeBron doesn't want to be sitting in the corner.
But the problem is the wheels fall off at game 40 now.
Yeah, he gets
That's the
tired.
thing.
He gets tired
That's the
really
thing, though. But like,
They weren't doing that in Miami, for example, or in Cleveland.
I
notice,
get that, but
they
that's
were flooding
why
with shooters.
that's on AD to carry that load throughout the 80 games. But in the playoffs, I want the ball in LeBron's hands, and I want the right players around LeBron. It doesn't need to be Steph Curry. It doesn't need to be fucking James Harden or Paul George. It needs to be guys that fit around LeBron James and do the perfect things around him. Elite 3-and-D guys. That's what needs to be around LeBron right now. You want to know why? I just watched LeBron on the USA team, and guess what? The ball was in his hands at the end of the games. The perfect players around him. Now, I know that there are
That's
superstars,
different, man. That's
but
so
like,
much different.
And it's 4 games.
Yeah, I need guys that can catch and shoot and do that at an elite level and defend at a high level. But he can still be your best player. They have to build the right team, and they have to have the right coach. I don't know if JJ Redick is that guy, right? But it definitely wasn't fucking Darvin Ham.
No, it wasn't.
It definitely wasn't Darvin Ham. Is it a little bit of a stretch that he can be the best player? Maybe, but it can happen, bro. Like, he has those moments where he can do it, right? Why can't AD carry a quarter once in a while, bro? And sometimes that he does, but the problem with AD lately is like he'll carry a quarter too, and then he goes from carrying a half to being non-existent. I don't know if that's on AD or if that's on coaching, but I know
LeBron.
that it's a little bit of both.
Or LeBron.
Or
It's on LeBron.
or on
Sometimes.
LeBron, but I'm not expecting LeBron to tell AD, take this fucking ball and go.
That's not what I meant. Here's what I meant by that. We watched a lot of Lakers games, and we watch them together sometimes. Typically, usually speaking, when the Lakers are cooking, it ain't LeBron being the best player on the court. It's AD.
It's AD.
When AD's cooking, we destroy teams, bro. When AD has those 15 and 15 halves, 20 and 10 halves,
Yes, sir.
bro, we win those games. Yeah, and we do it pretty convincingly. When AD has those 8 points, 14 rebound games, and LeBron snaps, we still lose. We still
Right,
lose.
but why though?
Wow, I'll tell you why. Because at this point, what LeBron does better than anybody in the league. It's not scoring, it's not rebounding,
Controlling pace.
it's controlling the tempo and the pace of a
We're on
game.
the same page,
It's
baby.
putting the whole game under control, and it's getting guys involved. That doesn't make you the best player, though. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like, if I'm looking at it, who are we gonna play in the West? Name me the people in the West. The
You're
teams,
gonna run
the
into
teams in
the.
West.
You're gonna run to Denver again.
Denver. Who does Denver have? Who's the matchup in Denver that you have to worry about?
Jokic.
It's Jokic. Give me another team.
You're gonna
Dallas.
Dallas. That's
Dallas. LeBron's not
more
really
of a
gonna be dealing
guard.
with
So
this.
then you're gonna have the Wolves. The matchup's gonna be with Carl Anthony.
right.
But
Everywhere we go in the West,
it's the big man on the
it's a
other
big
side.
man. And then go to the East. The teams that are more likely coming out are the ones with a bunch of size. I'm not worried about what LeBron can do against any of those teams. You know, he's 40. There's still not a wing in the league that can see him, even at 40.
Yeah, 100%.
But if AD outplays those other bigs, we win those games and we win the NBA championship. What do you want LeBron to do more than he did against Denver?
No.
What do you want?
But
That's the best LeBron you're going to get at 40 now.
but
Last year,
and we get swept.
last year or 2 years ago.
Even 2 years ago, we get swept.
yeah,
Like, as good as he plays, and you can argue he was the second best player on the court, and we get swept.
100%.
But when AD has those games, like he had a game against Denver last year, where Jokic looked lost on defense.
You can't guard him.
Different story.
You can't fucking guard him.
Now we're cooking now.
Now I agree with
Because
you.
the Lakers start inside out. They
Yeah.
don't go outside in anymore. It starts with AD.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, Hakeem, basketball isn't as situational as football, but basketball is also very situational,
Yeah, 100%.
right? If I give you guys like Hidou Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, these types of guys, Aaron Aflalo, for example,
Yeah.
you hear those names and you don't think anything of it.
Yeah,
But if
when
we
you-
go back to 09,
Shooters.
those guys were all all-stars or fringe all-stars. Today, they're nobody.
100%.
Why? Because they were put in a system that started inside out. They had a system where they had a dominant big, and they started inside out. Very opposite from Dallas, for example, who starts outside in,
Exactly.
right? Golden State, for 10 years, started outside in. They were one of the better teams in the paint every year, and nobody even thought about it. Nobody even recognized it. Why? Because of the shooting. But why were they one of the better teams?
Yeah,
Because you had to close out every single possession as soon as they passed half court. This Lakers is the opposite.
they go,
This Lakers, if we contain AD, you're losing that game.
100%.
And those shooters don't look like shooters anymore.
But
because now they're contested threes. They're not wide open threes anymore. They're not wide open shots anymore.
I,
You understand what I'm saying? LeBron and AD aren't, by the way, they're not the best fit. They're not.
No.
They're not the best fit.
they're really good and they make it work.
What they do best, it kind of overlaps, bro.
Yeah, in the paint.
In the paint, rebounding, other than passing, obviously, but everything else, bro, it's they operate in the same areas of the court.
Exactly.
You make great points, but I'm a big believer of time tells us who somebody is. And history and time, and we've watched a ton of fucking Laker games. It tells us that AD is not that guy on the offensive side to do it through 4 quarters consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things I blame on Darvin Ham. I'm not going to blame that on him. There's a lot of things that I could blame on LeBron. I'm not going to blame that on LeBron. I think LeBron goes in that mode in the 4th quarter sometimes because either AD shies away from it or he just, when he gets the ball, he doesn't do anything with it. And LeBron, like he should, says, fuck it. I got to go into that mode. I think that the best chance for LeBron and the Lakers just to win a championship at this point is going to be, I think those 2 guys can be your 2 best players on a team to win a championship.
Absolutely.
That is no question
1,000%.
Because LeBron, even at 40, is still to me a top 10 player, and AD is still a top 10 players, right?
1,000%.
It comes down to the coaching and it comes down who they put around with them. It needs to be guys that can defend and that can shoot. I still want the ball in LeBron's hand, penetrating and kicking out the 3-point shooters. I still want AD being the best defensive player in the league.
Do you want it for 40 minutes, though?
In the 4th quarter, I mean, inside the playoffs, yes, not in an 80.
But even in the playoffs, 40 minutes is rough.
Not for
LeBron,
40 minutes.
You said history. You believe in history and what it shows us, right?
Yeah, it shows us
tells
that.
Time tells us 40-year-olds don't do that, bro.
100%.
History shows us
But
40-year-olds can't play for. I know he's a different.
Bron's different, baby.
I know he's different, bro. But at the end of the day, it's a
still
human body. Like, there's only so much you can put on a human body before it gives out, bro. Us expecting him to play 40 minutes a night in the playoffs, bro.
No.
Is God forbid us. We're just waiting for something to explode.
No,
at that
100%.
point, bro.
No, I don't. When I
But
mean
that's the only reason why for this discussion, I was saying he can't be your best player anymore. He has to be 1B.
No, he can't.
Because 1B means
that you're 1A some nights.
that you're 1A some nights. What do I call Jaylen Brown on the Celtics all the time? 1B.
1B, 1A.
1A, 1B, depending on the night. There's some nights he looks a lot better than Tatum does. And then there's some nights Tatum shows you why he's a more talented player than Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown does. And it's the same thing. AD is more talented than LeBron at this point. He's a more talented basketball player. He can put his stamp on the game more than LeBron can. Potential. Difference.
Yeah.
LeBron
No, I get it.
executes better
Well,
than
he
AD
should.
does. Exactly.
At this
but
age.
AD's potential is so much larger on a basketball game, and he doesn't reach it. But you're right. Those 2 guys together as a
Yeah.
combination
On some
definitely still a
nights, man,
championship
AD
duo, bro.
pisses me off, man. On some
Oh,
nights,
it's
bro.
rough, bro. It's
so
bad.
annoying.
That's
But okay, but the
That's
nights-
our fault now.
but the
Man,
nights
no,
that-
it's not.
That's
but
our
the nights
fault.
that he has 30 and 22, though. How do the Lakers look?
Like the best team in the league.
But we've seen LeBron have 40-point nights since the lose.
100%.
Guys, it's
You know
on
what I'm
us.
saying?
I don't. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't get pissed off with AD anymore. This is who he's showed us every with the Lakers, with New Orleans.
But he wasn't like that.
but
No,
no,
he
no,
wasn't like that.
Had
No,
he-
if
old,
you're
had
good, and if
when
you
we used
can
to
do
argue
that,
AD,
if
when we
you
used to
can-
argue AD versus Cousins, we used to say AD's a better player, but man, Cousins is such a better offensive player than him.
He's a better dog.
He's
more of a
better dog.
Has that dog in
Yeah,
him.
he was more of a dog.
And you know what? AD pisses me off with something, and you hit it on the fit part. Like him and LeBron's fit isn't the greatest thing. They just make it work. AD, take the ball to the 3-point line. Every coach you've had has told you, man, shoot some more threes and work on it because that would be huge, bro.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be huge. And it's like, he's so against it. And that pisses me off. Like, why?
But he doesn't want to play the 5.
But you don't want to play the 5. So what? You want to be the 4 that can't shoot the 3, and you don't want to be the, like, it doesn't work like that, AD. Like,
100%.
I don't know. Like,
100%.
I still just, maybe I'm just,
No, bro, but you have
LeBron
those
40 to
nights.
me, and I just don't see 40 sometimes.
When you
Like,
have
I
those
got to
nights
let
with-
go.
Oh, you see 40 sometimes. You just like when you see it, you just.
I see it in the fourth quarter.
You kind of do this
I
sometimes.
see it in the fourth quarter when he's
Ugh.
gassed, man.
You see it in the fourth quarter for the first 8 minutes.
And after
And then
that,
the last 3 minutes, it looks like LeBron a lot of nights. But then sometimes by then it's too late. How many times do we see the Lakers down 10 and watch a 40-year-old trying to drag them back into the game, bro?
sometimes he does though.
I know, but how can you expect that of a 40-year-old
But
to do that consistently, bro?
sometimes I blame that. I don't think that's on LeBron. I think that's more on what's around him, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you... Bro, he's 40. Like, bro, he led the league in fourth quarter scoring last year. That should not fucking happen.
But
That
bro,
should have happened, bro.
I think something that me and you will probably disagree on is that I don't think it's going to take. It doesn't take a third star to have the
You
Lakers win
can't even
championship
do it anymore, even if you want to.
Yeah, even if they
Doesn't really, like, happen like that
dismantled
anymore.
everything and they went and got it, I don't think it takes the right fit of players, bro. It takes like a really good 3 and D guy. It's not fucking Russell or
He does it. Hey, can I tell you something? Off, on record, off record. You have a problem with the Russells.
I do.
Doesn't like Russell Wilson. Doesn't like Russell Westbrook. How do you feel about Bill Russell?
D'Angelo
He's
Russell.
on his own.
D'Angelo Russell. Holy shit. He doesn't like Russells at all. What's up with you in the name Russell?
Well, they just all turn out to be not
Well,
as
no.
great. No, but hey, what do I say? Hey, what do I say about D'Angelo? Hey, what do I say about D'Lo that is wrong?
I used
No,
to hear it. I used to hear it every night. You used to shit on
Because
him,
it's fucking, it's the West, it's against Denver, and
here
he
it is.
looks like
Here it is.
he's
Here it is.
fucking trash.
Here it is.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Bro, I don't care what you do in the regular season. I really
100,
don't, bro.
100%.
Like when you look like you shouldn't be on the court.
But let me ask you a
Bro, we
question.
were. Think about this about D'Angelo real quick. Think about this. Like, go back. We were at this guy's house watching the game, and when he hit a 3, we're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we got a 3 in to go.
Bro, those games he was scoreless, and he can't defend.
Well, he wasn't like that on Minnesota though.
No, because when it comes to
bro.
The fits.
when it comes to big
goes
boy
back to the-
basketball,
LA is different, bro.
when it comes to
LA's
big boy basketball, man,
LA's different.
in the playoffs, bro.
When you play with LeBron, you have expectations on your head, bro.
And that was on,
You just do.
and that was on the
You know,
Lakers by
you was
bringing.
playing-
AD wasn't like that in New Orleans either.
He was better in New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't that up and down in New Orleans either, bro. He just wasn't.
Everything's magnified there, man. When you
just
play
wasn't.
bad,
That's the fits.
No, but he
bro.
wasn't up and down like that in New
It's
Orleans,
just
bro.
the fits.
and
He
you know
just
that's why some
wasn't, bro.
people, hey, real talk, you know that's why some people don't want to come to LA, and because like
There's a lot of
High-
pressure, bro.
high-
yeah, it's like
expectations.
when
Some
you're
pressure.
listen, if you play like shit with the Lakers, you're gonna get called out.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, oh, it's okay. No, bro, D'Angelo, you fucking suck.
Bro, they
in the
call out
playoffs.
LeBron. They call out 40
They called out Kobe.
They call out.
They
were calling out Kobe at the end of his career. There were Laker fans asking for Kobe not to get paid at the end of his
Bro,
career, so they could get more fucking pieces.
We want to win. We want to win.
They were talking about let's not give Kobe all this money so he can give some more fucking pieces.
Hey, such a selfish organization.
No, it's not a selfish.
No, look, bro. The Lakers. One thing you can't say about them is that they're not winners. They're winners, bro. They like the franchise wins. Like they find a way to win. So, yeah, you have expectations.
You know what it is?
If you don't like it, go to the Clippers.
You know what it is?
It's not that hard.
I was a
Sick arena.
I was a
I've seen
sick.
that.
I was a
Finish.
Kobe fan. I'm one of the biggest Kobe fans in the world, man. God, rest in soul, right? How much did I hate LeBron? Or like I was opposed to LeBron before he came.
A lot.
The minute LeBron became a Laker, I ride with that motherfucker,
I
bro.
remember that
Well, that's
text.
because you saw.
And I ride with that motherfucker AD.
Well, that's because you saw night in, night out.
Yeah.
What LeBron was
But
so quick.
But my point
Holy
is,
shit.
if you ain't with us, fuck you.
Yeah.
And if you with us, I ride with you. But if you play like shit, you're gonna get called out.
Hey, be honest. How many games into that bubble run did you look and be like, yeah, this guy's better than Kobe, bro? How many games in? Like 3?
It was pretty. I mean, listen, hey,
Pretty quick.
Defense, pace.
Hey, but I'll tell you this much: the
alone.
first year when LeBron got there and didn't even make the playoffs, he was probably
But you know that was the best LeBron that the Lakers have ever seen.
no, I
though.
knew. I mean,
That
it
was
was
the best
fucking. It was the young boys with him.
His first couple of buckets, those 2 dunks against Portland,
Oh my! I have the video. I
Chris
watched
Webber.
those videos.
is the fucking man for that.
My name is LeBron.
He's the fucking man for that.
We're watching that live.
We're at your house.
Yeah, at my house. We're watching that
You know, with the
live.
fucking TV, I have to break my neck to look at.
I'm excited
Fucking, yeah.
as hell for this next topic.
Yeah.
I really am.
Here we go.
I think we're gonna be all.
Speaking of those duels of LeBron and AD, NBA 2024 top 5 duels. Give me your top 5 duels of the NBA.
I wanted him to go first, but I'm gonna go.
Okay, I'll go first.
Go
Go
first. Go first.
One, I have LeBron AD. 2, I have Giannis Dame. 3, I have Luka Kyrie. 4, I have Embiid and Maxey. 5, I have Tatum and Brown.
Wow.
Oh shit! I thought we were gonna disagree, but we might not. So 1, I got LeBron and AD. That's come on. 2, I got Tatum and Brown. Just out of the respect to the fact that they just made it to the finals. I got Dame and Giannis number 3, Luka and Kai number 4, and number 5, I got KD and Book. I got KD and Book. My honorable mention, because he does it, I'm gonna do it now. I put Ant and Cat in there. Ant carrying that fucking duo.
That's not a real duel
Yeah,
to me.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's not-
but that's
it's not a real
I wanted to shout out Ant.
Yeah, but my honorable mention would have been KD and Book.
I actually have
KD
KD
and
and Book and 4.
KD and Book are
What do you have? What's your list?
LeBron AD. Giannis and Dame.
Sick.
JT and JB. KD and Book. And you guys are not gonna like this. Jokic and Murray.
nah.
You don't have Luka and Kyrie in there?
No, I don't.
Whoa.
Yeah, no,
don't.
I get why I you know the way I did this list and I seen Joker and I'm like, yeah, no, Jamal Murray, he ain't. Except when he sees the
Those
Lakers.
guys aren't duos, though.
Yeah, those are not.
I mean,
duos.
there's not much duels in that.
No, there's a lot.
I mean, you missed some, bro.
Yeah, you
Like, this is maybe like not the sleeper, but like the one that you got. I don't think you guys had. Did you guys have Embiid and Maxey on there either?
I didn't have him beat him X.
At this point, like Maxey's this year is going to be better than D-Book to me. Like that's just me. I'm looking projecting out. He's going to be better than D-Book.
I'm a lot higher on Book than a lot of people like
he
the
grew
year.
my eyes a lot
Yeah,
in the
he did,
Olympics.
yeah.
Tyrese Maxey's a fucking stud, bro.
Do you
And
see
you're about to
any
see it this
way?
year.
Do you see any way Maxey could be a top 10 player in this league this year?
Yeah, so easily, bro. So fucking easily.
By the way, I love Maxey.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Yes, bro.
Players are point
So
guards.
fucking easily,
No,
bro. Players.
Players.
Yes,
No,
bro.
hey, like,
Wow.
hey, you-
Yes.
guy, we have to.
Tyrese Maxey was a top 15 player in the league last year, bro.
No,
especially if you look at the playoffs.
Maxey's
He was a top
really good.
15 player.
We
So,
have
hey,
to-
you can't see him jump 5 spots. He's a
Yeah.
baby.
No, you
He's
have
still
to
young as
acknowledge.
shit, bro.
You have to acknowledge this point. Like
I like Maxey,
D
man.
Book's a top 10 player in this league, bro. D Book
Is he?
D Book is.
Yeah, I don't want to go on a rant now from guys, but
No, man.
Is he? Like, I need to look at a list. I haven't put it
Like,
together
I'll be
yet.
really
We'll put
complete-
it together before the season.
Yeah, like
I don't
no,
think he's.
to me, D Book is he's become
So we have
underrated in
LeBron.
my eyes,
So
bro.
we have Embiid, Luka, right? Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Bron, AD,
Brown.
Braun.
Oh,
Durant, Ant, Shy. No, he's not top 10. Sorry.
That was quick. That was really quick.
whoa.
That was really,
No, he's
really
not top 10.
quick.
He actually might not be top.
No, he's better than Jalen.
Did I
Brown.
say Embiid?
Yeah, he's
No,
the
he's
first
better
one.
than Jalen Brown in my eyes. D Book is.
Very debatable. We went back and forth, me and you, the
Yeah.
other day. I don't think we ended up at like a certain. I think
Yeah.
it's debatable. It's debatable.
Hey, we all had. I
It's
shocked
the only right answer.
that we all had LeBron and
fine.
AD at number
It's
one.
it.
You know how I did it? Let me tell you how I did it. This was scientific the way I did it. I ranked all 16 of them. Look at this shit. I ranked all 16 of them. There's people that didn't make the cut for me, bro. And Kat didn't make the
Yeah.
cut. Book and KD didn't make the cut.
Why, though?
Jokic and Murray didn't make the cut.
Really?
They just didn't, bro. And I have them listed.
I had to put Jokic, bro.
No.
It had to be in there.
No, Jokic is probably the best player in the league, but he's not
No,
the best duo in the league.
Jamal is, except when he sees the
I know
Lakers.
what you're trying to do. You're trying to take the best guy and take the second guy and say, yes, they're a great duo. I know what you're trying to do.
But I feel like
and
this-
you're not wrong for it, but
I feel like the head of this league is like there's no more duo. Like who's the duo? on
there's
you
the
want to know
there's a
why?
ton,
Because
bro.
because
the duo in New
on
York?
this list, my 15 and 16, so I took 8. the 8 best duos.
Yeah.
And I ranked every player from those 8 best duos, and I had Murray at 15 and Cat at 16, bro. And those are even switchable.
Yeah.
But then you put basically like at 3 and Jokic at 1. I get it.
Yeah. So like that's just to me. Like I have Giannis, Jokic, Luka is what I had as my top 3 guys. So
I almost didn't have Luka high in there. I almost didn't. Like he was gonna be my honorable mention. Like almost.
yeah. Like who I think will be this year, it'll be Giannis and Dame if they stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because they fit so well together.
Healthy.
That's the best fit from all of those, other than
Because
Tyrese and Embiid.
they play completely different positions.
and they complement each other
Yeah.
very well. Like one guy plays inside out, one guy plays outside in. So it's a perfect combination to put together. I think people forget how fucking good Dame is, bro. I really do.
He's getting
And
old.
injuries have hit that team pretty hard the last 2 years,
He's
bro.
getting really, really old.
Man,
No, they're
go watch some tape on Giannis when he plays Jokic, bro. Jokic doesn't look completely
not
unstoppable.
fuck.
100%.
The thing about Joker is he's like the only guy I can remember that he gives buckets to anybody, but he takes a lot of buckets. There's a lot of good big men in this
He
league.
does, and you know why to me, like Giannis is the best player in the league. I don't want to go off rail here, but you know why he's the best player in the league to me, bro.
Giannis?
Yeah. There's been bigs in the past when you look at them and you go, yeah, he's really good until he plays another big.
He never gets buckets put on him.
Bro, when he plays Embiid, bro, he's still Giannis. When he plays Jokic, he's
still
still
Giannis.
Giannis, bro. Like he's still, this might sound disrespectful or a shock to you guys. When he plays on the same court as Jokic, he looks like the better player, bro.
Yeah,
He does, bro.
No,
He just does,
It's
bro.
not. It's
I don't
not.
mind
He
that,
looks
bro.
like the better player,
It's
bro.
a great argument, like the Giannis
Yeah.
versus like somebody puts Giannis as their top one. For me,
Like I think he's better than Luka. To me, he's better than Luka.
it's just become very hard with Giannis because he has
it's because he's hurt.
he's hurt, but he has very strong. He has a strong limitation.
His shooting, but he's a big Hakeem. Like I'm not expecting my big to be able
But
to
when
shoot
you're
like
big,
that, bro.
when you're big is he's like kind of like their point forward too, where like he had like
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know, but it's
Exactly
just
what we need. Point forwards are not supposed to be able to shoot like that.
but it hurts. It hurts them hard, man.
What's hurt them hard has been injuries. Let's see them healthy.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Let's see them healthy.
I'm not mad if somebody tells me Giannis is the best player in the
So,
league.
I mean, he has one of the most impressive championships in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad if somebody
Like when he played Ayton, like Ayton is a big body, bro, in the NBA Finals. And say what you want about Ayton. Even last year, if you look, Ayton has had a really good year.
that motherfucker's a
100%.
bum.
No, he's not a bum.
He's a
bro.
bum.
And he played against Giannis and he got 50 on his head top, bro. And like Ayton in that year, we were looking at like, oh, this guy's the future of bigs in the league.
Yeah.
50. Here you go. And who did that though? But who did that though? It was Giannis.
Payne got his money and he decided, you know.
I mean, the guy was an 18 and 12 guy last year,
Yeah.
18 and 11 guy last year,
2
bro.
years ago was-
Let's shift over to the NFL. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play Build the Perfect Team, NFC South Edition, baby. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready to go.
Already. Let's get it, baby.
Quarterback. Well, you want to name the teams first? You guys got the teams good?
Yeah, we're good, baby.
Quarterback.
Cousins.
1 second, let me pull him up. We can cut that, Ace, right?
Yeah, you just send it to us and we'll
Sorry,
let you
I
know.
should have had it up. Never mind. Call us. We're good. Kirk, not Baker?
Oh, I got Kirk.
I got Kirk right now. Kirk has showed me over time that
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is the
Okay,
quarterback, baby.
Let's go Kirk.
Running back.
Bijan.
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 100%.
Not even close.
Wide receiver 1.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Wide receiver 2.
Olave.
100%. Wide receiver 3.
Drake London.
Drake London,
I have
definitely.
Deontay Johnson.
Fuck, that
Really?
motherfucker,
No,
that
bro.
motherfucker
Come
can't
on, bro.
can't catch nothing, bro.
Come on, bro.
Drake London is that guy.
Okay. Tight
We're
end.
going Drake London.
Pitts.
Pitts, Kyle Pitts. Easy.
And offensive line.
It'll be the Falcons
Oh.
offensive line. They got a nice young offensive line, bro.
Okay. Let's switch to the defense. Defensive line.
I struggled with this one between the Saints and Tampa, but Saints have Cam Jordan and Chase Young.
exactly.
I was leaning that way
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Linebacker.
They all suck. They all suck.
They all do.
I think I might go with the Panthers because of Shaq Thompson,
That works for me.
That's
I mean,
fine.
but they suck. They have.
I would go with Tampa, though.
You might have gone with
Tampa.
Oh, they don't. They're all old now, bro.
Secondary.
Secondary is the Saints.
yeah.
They still got Lattimore and they got Ty Matthew.
Yeah.
And then the coach.
They might as well not have a coach in that division.
Hey, can we use Arthur Smith from last year?
No, go Todd Bowles.
I went with Raheem Morris.
I guess.
I have Todd Bowles.
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
You can have Todd Bowles.
Whatever you want.
That
We'll go with Todd Bowles.
Listen,
that division is garbage.
Yeah.
you know
it's
what's
pretty
funny
trash.
about this division is that there are teams, like if you put that team together versus like the Chiefs, like, yeah, bro, the Chiefs still might beat this team. Or like, I'm telling you, bro, like
Easy.
Chill out,
What are you
man.
talking
Relax,
about?
bro. Relax. No.
Bro, what are you
wait.
talking about?
No, man.
When I have Kirk Cousins thrown to Mike Evans, I just saw fucking Kyle Shanahan with the Avengers not beat him.
Or the Niners?
The Avengers are a deeper team than this team that we just built.
bro, the South sucks.
Yeah. The Niners are a deeper team. They're a better. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
They have a better running back.
What are you talking about?
They might have a better quarterback.
Maybe. no, he's not a quarterback.
No, this is gonna be the worst one that we ever do.
Yeah.
I'm excited for some future
good
ones
time,
though.
I am too.
Time.
All right. Play another game. We're going to blind rank NFL Team Edition.
Ooh,
You guys ready?
Ready. Born ready.
Bengals.
6.
let's put on 5.
6.
All right, Captain, sure.
Browns.
7.
8.
8. I like 8.
Texans.
7. Squeeze them in between the Browns and the Bengals. I like them at 7.
All right, cool.
I like them at 7.
Packers.
Man, we should have put the Browns lower. Let's go 5 with Green Bay.
5, okay.
Green Bay
I like
could
5.
be good this year, man.
The Ravens.
3.
3.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Fuck, bro. 9.
9. Put them at 9.
The Lions.
2.
The 9. Okay. I was thinking 4.
2.
Sure.
The Chiefs.
1.
1, bro.
The Dolphins.
What do we have left?
4 and 10.
10. I like 10.
Yeah,
I
10
can see
is
them
good
being the
for
10
them,
best team in the league.
And then the Niners.
Beautiful. Hey.
Yeah, that was.
Again,
yeah.
listen,
You
for the
guys-
NFL ones,
you
we
guys-
kinda
you
knock
guys-
them out of the park,
you did.
kinda.
Yeah, you did.
The Niners is
yeah,
rough.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's
kinda knock them out of the park, bro.
recap.
Yeah, you guys
Chiefs
did.
number 1, Lions 2, Ravens 3, 4 Niners, 5 Green Bay. We have the Bengals number 6, Texans number 7. We have the Browns 8, the Jets 9, the Dolphins 10.
I can see it finishing exactly like that.
I'm cool with that. I think I would want to have the Niners a little bit higher, but we did pretty well.
Why?
And he is still to his fucking power. He's like, you're putting the Browns at 8, whether you like it or not.
But the Bengals, I was right on the money with.
yeah.
I was right on the money with them.
guys got it.
I
You
could
guys- no, that was
see.
good.
I could see this shaping.
You were
out
trying to
like
go
this.
to Bengals too high, man.
I have a lot of respect.
He loves Joe Shiesty, man.
I
He
do.
fucking loves Joe
God,
Shiesty.
you know what? This is a conversation for another day, bro. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Why, man?
Wait,
Why?
what? No, go. What,
No,
what
I'm
do
just gonna leave it alone, bro.
No, you can't do that. You
Hey, we love Joe Shiesty in spurts. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, he misses half the season every year, but okay.
I mean, listen,
Bro,
we
he watched it
can't.
for 3
I
years,
can't
though, bro.
control his injuries. But
How many
when he's-
playoffs have you seen from Joe Burrow?
2.
Okay. Let's see more. Let's see a bigger sample size, bro.
He's only been in the league for 4 years, though, bro.
Let's see a bigger
You've been
sample size.
hanging around too many AFC North fans.
Oh, he loves Joe Burrow.
Really?
Yeah, he loves Joe Burrow. He loves him. Yeah.
Arguably, he's probably the best one in that division as a quarterback.
I mean, it's arguably that he's number 2 in the whole league. Yeah.
Burrow is
Get
great.
off his ass, bro.
I'd see more.
You'll see more.
Hey,
Man.
that's fair. That's fair about somebody like that.
I wasn't trying to get disrespectful.
I thought, but that's what I thought though. I thought,
No, but that's why when we did our rankings of quarterbacks, I had him at like 5 because like I need to
you
see
had
more.
him too low. I had him at 3.
I need to see more, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like what he could be is 1 or 2.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if you want the truth,
All right, I have one more question to ask you guys.
ask me.
It's gonna be actually a serious one. No more games. No
Is
more.
that why he got so serious?
Why'd
he get so
Yeah, I was
serious?
gonna be-
Bro,
Bro,
the hammer
it scared
down.
the shit out of me.
On the hammer on the pod.
A serious question. We should trademark.
We should.
Now, trademark
We
it.
put like 6 P's.
Can I
On
get
the
another one?
Pod.
No, that's not you. Stop. All right, get back to serious.
Okay.
Can I try one?
Try it, you
All
try it.
of
Go ahead,
us?
go ahead.
No, all of us.
You ready?
Wait,
You
somebody
ready?
else start it.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
On the
Fuck that! I seen you tap his.
So we get ready.
All right,
Go
you guys
ahead.
ready? Let's
Ready?
On the pod.
All right, here we
I
go.
knew it too, bro.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, ask the fucking question, bro.
What is Curry's legacy?
Which Curry?
Stephen Curry.
Not Del.
No, man, not fucking Del Curry. No.
Not Seth. Not Seth.
What's Stephen Curry's legacy? The greatest shooter of all time, the best point guard. No, fuck that. The second best point guard of all time. What do you think his legacy is?
Actually, he feels a lot more about the stuff.
Hugo. Yeah.
You feel more Steph than I do, bro. You just
You
do, bro.
feel
You're
more-
a much bigger fan than Steph than
We
I
should
am.
all be fans.
I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of Stephen Curry.
Let's just start off. He's got one of the greatest legacies ever. Like, just straight up, like, Curry's such it's a weird story about Steph Curry. Because he's a late bloomer when you
Right.
think about it, right? But you see how
He's
he's
waiting.
locked into me.
He's waiting. He's about to tell you a new one.
Speaking of Kanye,
people don't know.
Kanye West, I'm gonna let you finish, but
Off camera, he
don't
told
be
me.
disrespectful to any other players when you're going through the
I'm
soliloquy.
not.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, look at me. Fuck this. Fuck him.
No, hey, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, bro.
Go
What
for
the
it.
fuck you gonna say?
Go for it.
All right. At worst, if you don't have Curry in your top 10 of all time, you're disrespecting him and his legacy. And at worst, if you don't have him by the second greatest point guard of all time, then you're disrespecting him. And I think he's one more away from being the greatest point guard of all time. Let me just say something about Steph Curry real quick. I think that, and he disagrees with this.
Of course he does.
I think that Curry's underrated. I do. In the outlook of history. Not now, because people love Curry, but I think that when you look at him historically, he's very underrated. And let me tell you why. I'm not gonna be able to do this with him looking at me like this the whole
Can
time.
you let him stop?
No, but no. No. I'm seriously though. The guy has 4 championships. Right? He was the best player on 2 of them. I'm not going to do this whole thing where on the first one you said that he was the second best player on the other team was Matthew Dellavedova. But he was the best player on 2 championships. The one against the Cavs the first time and the one against Boston when he was by far, right? The man should have 2 finals MVPs. He has 1, right? And then even on the one with the KDs, right? He was by far the second best player on those teams, right? Like, and he was great. It wasn't like he shit the bed on those. Like KD needed him just as much as Curry needed him, right? Like, so he's a 4-time champion. People forget this about Curry too. They broke the all-time wins in a single season with him as the MVP on that team. So he has an MVP on their team. Also, like, there's not a lot of people that can have a resume put together like that. Not also to put in there that he's the greatest shooter of all time and he broke that record. It's not often that you could say somebody breaks like a all-time assist leader or a 3-point. He's the all-time 3-point shooter now, and he's a great player too. Like, I think that we're forgetting that he led a revolution. Yes.
Llama.
He led a fucking revolution. Everybody in the league was shuffling, including LeBron James teams, on how to put together teams that could combat to beat that Warriors team. Because he was on there and he led that engine on that Golden State Warriors team. There's other pieces to it, but he led that engine, right? Sure did. And he's the reason why you see all these big men shooting 3-pointers now. Because if he wasn't on that Golden State team and that whole thing didn't happen, there wouldn't be that stretch big anymore, right? Like, what are we doing with a guy like this? Like, if you don't have him in your top 10, right, and if you don't acknowledge him right behind Magic as the second greatest point guard of all time, then what are you doing? He's a 4-time champion. He led 2 of them, and he was a big part on the other 2. What are we doing? Like, how can you sit here and tell me somebody like Larry Bird is better than Curry now? I'm serious. How can you tell me fucking Bill Russell is better than fucking Curry?
You got a smile on your face there. You got a smile. Oh, man, here we go.
I didn't say anything
He
disrespectful.
didn't. Oh,
What did I
he
say
did
that
it.
was?
He did it.
No, I mean you could be respectful and still be completely wrong.
What was I
Is
wrong
that what he
about?
was?
I mean, kinda in
Oh,
a lot of ways. What's Steph Curry's legacy? I'll answer it right away. It's a great fucking legacy. One of the best ever. One of the best ever. Is that what you guys want to hear? That's what he is. Completely disagree with you. I think Steph Curry is overrated, not underrated. And let me finish before you start.
I didn't say anything. I'm making
you
my
finish.
facial expressions like you.
Just like you, yeah.
Stephen Curry has 4 NBA championships.
Right.
2 Finals MVPs.
Right.
One Finals MVP, should have been 2. He has 2 regular season MVPs. He's going to go down as the all-time leader in three-pointers. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. He's an Olympic champion now. It's one of the best resumes ever, right?
Yeah.
What do you rank him all time?
Me? Mm-hmm. He's somewhere probably between 8 and 10.
Okay. But he has a better resume than Magic, and then Kobe, and then Tim Duncan, and then or some could argue LeBron, and then Kareem.
Yeah, but he could.
Well, 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
So why don't you have him at 4 or 3?
Because he's not a better player than those guys. But I'm okay with that.
Okay. You just gave him credit for the stretch big, right? Stretch big isn't on Steph. The fact that the league is shooting more threes is with Steph, yeah. But you're discrediting guys like Dirk and guys that came before Steph. That's number 1. Number 2, before KD got to Golden State, nobody was worried about Golden State. They just weren't. No, nobody was worried about them.
Yeah, they were, Eddie.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, Eddie.
No, because they just saw the Cavs with LeBron, and you want to ignore it completely. You can. You could choose to ignore it completely if you want. We want to ignore context. We can.
No, I'm not ignoring
No,
context.
they looked very, very beatable. And then when they played them the year after that, they lost. So obviously they were beatable. At their peak, at their absolute peak, they were beatable. They were capable of losing 3-4 games in a row in the playoffs. I don't think people were worried about them like that.
To one person, they were beatable.
Huh?
He was on. I agree with you.
No, but you said they structured LeBron teams around Golden State.
Maybe
they never ever did that.
But
LeBron's been put around shooters ever since he was in Cleveland.
Eddie,
That's what they tried to do.
They were only beatable to one person only, and it was LeBron.
But that's all they had to be beatable to.
No,
we saw also Kawhi take them down. In his absolute prime.
But why though? But
you
context, Hetty.
Exactly.
Context.
Exactly.
But why?
Exactly.
KD and Clay went down. Clay went down, bro.
Exactly.
And Clay.
So you're using injuries to say why did he lose to Kawhi, and then you want to ignore injuries when you're going to credit for championships.
No, but the only reason I do that,
you can't do that.
Hetty, no, I agree with you.
You can't do that.
The only reason I push back on that is because in the past, when you've said things about, and the only reason I specifically said it about the first one is because you always throw in it was against Dellavedova, and then you try to, like whenever we argue Curry versus KD,
right?
You always throw the context that the second best player on that team was Dellavedova. Like, no, they still won, right? And there's context into that last championship, right? And yes,
and they still lost to Toronto, right?
They lost to Toronto because KD and Thompson wasn't there though.
Right.
Like what? How many? That's real context, though.
What's real context? Both of them are real context.
Yes, both are real context, but neither of them are wrong.
No, they're not wrong.
You know what
Absolutely
I mean?
not wrong. But I never made that case. You made the case that it was only LeBron, and I made the case, no, it wasn't only LeBron. I saw him play against Kawhi, and he shit the bed.
No, he didn't shit the bed against.
Oh, he shit.
Not against
Did
Toronto.
he win?
No, but
did he win?
No.
Were the Raptors a dynasty?
No.
Were they a loaded team?
No.
Were they a loaded team?
I'm not going to put that on Curry.
No, but here's the problem.
No.
But here's the issue with Curry, right? This is the point the overarching point. I asked these questions to get to this. Steph Curry is a guy who's an all-time great, who was put in great positions. He was an overachiever, and he was put in great positions. And he took full advantage of it. And the reason why I know that is because I just asked you guys about his resume. And he very clearly has a top 5 resume of all time. Is he a top 5 player? You guys tell me right away, no. Why? Because there's obviously a gap between his awards and between him, the player.
Some people have him as top.
I've never met anyone that has Steph Curry in the top 5 all time, bro. As players, there's clearly a gap between his awards and accolades and the player he is. Why? Where'd that gap come from? We don't do it with any other player. Every other player who has 4 or 5 championships, 2, 3 MVPs, we have him in the top 5. Why does nobody have Steph in the top 5? Because we all understand he's a limited basketball player.
Just shooting.
He's a limited basketball player. He doesn't control games like those other top 5 guys control games. Steve Kerr might go down in NBA history as the Kyle Shanahan of the NBA.
Right.
How good did KD look under Steve Kerr, bro?
Great.
How fucking good did he look?
Great.
Amazing, right?
Great.
How did Clay look?
Great.
We had Hakeem. You were arguing at one point Clay versus James Harden.
I remember.
Steve Kerr had you thinking Klay Thompson was as good a basketball player as James Harden, bro.
That's true.
I'm high on Klay Thompson.
That's why.
That's what he had you thinking, though. But here's what I'm saying. Like, that great position, he took full advantage of it. Full advantage of it. Every time I've seen Steph at his absolute peak, it's always been second fiddle. other than Boston.
This is the only thing that bothers. It's
always been
I
second
think
fiddle.
that me and you are agreeing, but this is what bothers me about what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with being in the tail end of the top 10 list, right?
Yeah.
The only reason Steph Curry isn't lower on that list is because KD came along and he won that too. So people
So why do you put Kobe in there?
because I've seen Kobe do it, and I think he's.
But you've seen Steph do it too.
Because I think that Kobe is a lot better a basketball player than him, right?
But the resumes are the same.
But Kobe's just a better basketball player than him.
Right, but the resumes are the same.
Yeah, I know, but that's just what when you put a top 10 list together.
So you're saying the resume doesn't match with the player then?
No, the resume matches with the player.
How? You
Because-
just said Kobe's a much better player, but he has the same resume as Steph.
Because some people discredit Kobe's 3 that
Right.
he had with Shaq, right?
I don't want some people. I want you.
Yep. No, I don't discredit them, but that's why I can't put Kobe at number 1, right?
Where do you have him though?
I have him on my list
Yeah.
all time. He's somewhere in the top 5.
No, you have him at 3. Be honest.
But I know.
Be honest with
I'm
us.
just
You have him
trying
at
to tell
3.
you.
No, it matters because if you have him at 3, and the guy we're arguing about, just stick with me.
Yeah.
Just follow along to my
No,
question.
I'm with you.
And he has the same resume as a guy like Kobe. He has 1 less Finals MVP. He has more MVPs. He has 1 less championship. He has 4 a Finals MVP and 2 league MVPs,
Yeah.
and he's the best shooter ever.
Yeah.
Why is Kobe at 3 and Steph at 10?
I told you why.
Even though they have the same resume.
because one
You
guy
can't use the help. One guy had Shaq, too.
because I view Kobe as a lot better basketball player than him.
Right. So you're saying the resume doesn't add to the player.
Sure.
Are you? I just
No,
want to make that point clear for the people that are watching.
But for
There's a clear difference between resume and player, right?
No,
With Steph,
it's just because the way you're wording this question.
It's not wording.
Sure.
It's
just
not
Let
wording.
me finish
It's-
my point. The way I view Kobe Bryant is a lot different. It's just that's one of my Avengers, bro.
right.
That it's not that the resume doesn't
Right.
go. It's just because when we start putting a top 10 list together, right? All right, sure, he has the resume, but yeah, I can't put Curry in that top 5 because I don't view him as a player of LeBron's caliber or Michael's caliber. I don't like Tim Duncan's. I don't view him. That's why I can't have him in my top 3, even though he has the.
But you have him 4 or 5, right?
I don't know yet, maybe 5, but
Okay.
like.
But Steph has just as good, if not a better resume than all those guys that you have. Fuck LeBron and Michael. Leave LeBron and Michael aside, right? Because he doesn't even have a better resume than
Yeah.
those 2 guys. Everybody else, he has just as good, if not a better resume. But we have him at 10.
I don't have him at 10 though.
The point that I mean, at best you could put him at 9, 8,
I have
9.
Him, I have
is
him
best,
at 8, right? But that's
Okay, but there's a big gap between 8 and 3. The
Yeah.
point that you're trying to ignore it. I know you understand my question. You're trying to ignore it. There's a big gap between the accolades and the awards and the actual player. That gap, why is it there? Because of the situation he was in.
No, the gap there to me is because he's not as good as a player as those guys.
Yeah. He's still not understand my question. I understand that. We all agree on that. But his resume is just as good as those guys. So if I'm a better basketball player than you, and you have a much better resume than I do, how did that happen?
I'm completely lost, bro.
How are you lost?
I'm lost with what you're saying, bro.
If me and you're a better basketball player than me,
Yeah.
and I have a better basketball resume than you, and I played 20 years just like you, what are you going to toss that up to?
But those guys in the top 5 don't.
Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, who's a better player?
Better players, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Who has a better resume?
Right now, Tom does.
What do you toss that up to?
Better player. That he's a better.
No, what do you toss that up to? The difference in resume. Don't you always say it's because of the situation he was in?
Yeah.
Same thing with Steph. The resume doesn't match the player. If we look at the resume, he has the top 3 or 4 resume of all time, and then we rank him as a player, we have him at 9th, 10th. We don't do that with any other guy in the entire top 10.
Exactly.
Why?
You got to combine them.
Why? Every other guy from
He doesn't
1
have
to
a
10,
better-
resume matches. Most people have Hakeem at 10, Hakeem Olajuwon at 10. Yeah, that makes sense. 2 championships, an MVP, 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, that's 10. Shaq, we have him around 5. Yeah, because he has 4, 3 Finals MVPs, MVP. LeBron and Michael, fucking 18 awards, right? We have him at 1 and 2. Magic, great resume. We have him at 3. Steph Curry, great fucking resume, 9. Why?
No, I get it.
Why? Because there's a truth we all like to ignore. Steph Curry is super fucking cute. He's super fucking cute. He's the little guy that runs around. He's super fun to watch, and he's an all-time great. Yes, he's an all-time fucking great. And he's a dominant basketball player. I don't know if I'll go as far as dominant, but he's an all-time great.
He's all time, yeah, 100%.
Both things can be true. but he's also super, super cute. He's a
just-
little 6'2", 6'3" guy.
He's a babyface.
That runs. He's a babyface that runs around and that everybody wants to love and little kids can imitate. Because I can't imitate 6'9", 280.
Exactly.
And you can't imitate what he does, bro.
But no, but there
can't
are
imitate
players
him.
that are gonna come along that imitate him. Like
it's
Dame
easier.
looks like Steph.
It's easier
Trey
to
Young
imitate.
looks like Steph. Who the fuck looks like LeBron? It's
easier to imitate
Who could you
a
point at me like
shooter.
that guy looks like LeBron, bro?
No, I get it.
There's guys that come in that look like Steph.
Who's
the way
a-
they play the game looks
get it.
like Steph. How many times have we had the argument
Who's
that
a
you
better
give
shooter?
Dame,
Dame, exactly.
Clay, KD, Draymond, the deepest roster in the league, and Steve Kerr? You don't think Dame has 2 or 3? I promise you, on everything I love, he has 2 or 3.
100%.
I promise you he does, bro. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is with Steph, when I say overrated, I don't mean that he's not a good player, bro. I don't mean he's not an all-time great. Disrespectful. He's 3rd or 4th, probably the best players I've ever watched growing up, ever. But that's always my question with Steph, and nobody can give me a clear answer. Top 3 resume. When we talk about him ranking, we have him at 9-10. Obviously,
But I don't.
that
because-
gap has to be
because
tossed
Hedy-
up to the
because
situation he
Hedy,
was in.
I don't. That I just don't. I don't understand that, and I don't agree with you on that. Who's your top 5 players of all time?
Mine?
Yeah.
I haven't gone to, like, my 4 or 5 switch all the time, but my top 3.
It doesn't matter. Like who's in the 5. It doesn't have to be in order.
LeBron, Mike, Kobe, Magic, and I don't know, Duncan or Kareem, Shaq. Those are the 3. in
Okay,
the-
so like, but all those guys though, Curry arguably only has a better resume than one of those guys.
No, he has a good resume as all those guys. He has just as many championships as Shaq. He has more MVPs than Shaq and Kobe. He has just as many Finals MVPs as Kareem Olajuwon does. He has just as many MVPs as
But
Magic
he
does.
doesn't compare to Hakeem Olajuwon.
But that's to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Sorry.
yeah.
And he has 2 MVPs. One of them
yeah,
unanimous.
but those,
Right?
you just named
And
5,
a
6
gold
guys
medal.
though, Hedy.
Right.
So we
have him at 9.
But no, but that's
Why?
the thing though. No, boy.
We have him at 9-10,
But-
and he has a top 4
But
resume all
now
time.
if you
Why?
start, but here's the thing though. Like
From the other guys, from everybody I just named you.
no, I don't
Which-
have him above any of those guys.
Right,
Like,
right.
That's
not
5
my
or 6.
question. That's not my
That's all
question.
comparable.
That's
Okay,
not
go
my
ahead.
question.
Ask your
The
question.
guys that I all just gave you, the resume matches. There's not one guy that has. Where do you rank Wilt all time? Someone like Wilt, where do you rank him all time?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm disrespectful with those older guys.
With all the guys you're disrespectful.
I'm
right?
disrespectful with
No
those guys.
problem.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen film of the guy.
No problem.
And that
Who ranks higher to you? Who do you think was a better basketball player, Wilt or Bill Russell?
Will
Okay. There's a 9 championship difference between the two. Why?
because Will is a 10 times better player than him.
So why does he have 9 less championships?
Because
the
Bill was
situation
fucking
he was in.
playing. Was playing.
Because of the situation.
So we turn. We come back to my point.
But Hedy-
because the situation that Steph was in was a wonderful one, Hakeem.
No, I know, but Hedy.
It was a wonderful
But
one. It
Hedy,
wasn't like it was a shitty
Here's
situation,
the thing,
bro.
though. Those resumes, sure, right? To the 6 guys that you just named, right? Sure, I chalk that up because I think that they're better players than Curry, right? But like, if I start putting a list together, I might still have Curry at 7 or.
And you'd be
6 or
very
7.
wrong because you can't.
Because he's a better. How do we know he's not a better player than Wilt? How can you specifically tell me without?
You know what? With guys like Wilt and Bill Russell, I always leave him on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I always leave him on the side.
So
You know
then-
how I know he's not better than Larry Bird? Because he wasn't the passer Larry Bird was. He wasn't the rebounder Larry Bird was.
He's a better scorer
He didn't
than him.
play. Is he?
Yeah, he's a better scorer
Is he?
than him, bro.
In his prime,
But
Larry Bird was a 25,
but
10, and 8 guy, bro. Is
are
he?
Are you 100% sure that he's not better than Larry Bird?
Yes. Me personally, I'm 100% certain he's not better than Larry Bird because I'm 100% certain he's not better than KD.
No, you see, that's where
player.
it's wrong.
You're not. He's a better basketball player. Okay, let's sit
On
down and do this
all-time-
now. We're gonna
no,
do
wait,
this. Why is he
wait.
better? Why is he a better player than KD?
But Hedy,
Go, show me.
as a
Hedy.
player,
No, wait. Are we talking about players? Or
You
are we
asked
talking
me
about-
player.
Oh,
No,
sure.
player.
But I'm talking about on my
Straight player.
all-time list. Who do you have higher on your all-time list? Larry Bird or Curry?
I have Larry over Curry, and I think most people would agree that Larry Bird goes higher than Steph Curry, bro.
I mean, that's
One guy was playing Matthew Dellavedova, the other guy was playing fucking Showtime Lakers for 10 years, bro.
You gotta add-
Yeah, he's not gonna end up with 7 championships.
I would have knew one question that would have caused all this shit.
no.
Well, he's right. We were gonna get heated. I didn't know.
No,
Because you know, every time the Steph topic gets brought up, bro, it's always so mind-boggling to me. And I
You wanna know
understand
why
it.
Steph-
You
you wanna
have
know
to
why
look at Steph. You have to step back and look at Steph, bro. You have to.
The only reason. No, but wait.
You have to,
I
bro.
don't have Curry. We're both in the same realm of when it comes to Curry. I just kind of don't like. You're a little disrespectful about him, and I think I know why.
What situation did he come into in Golden State?
Early?
Yeah.
Not a great one.
Not a great one. They were the best offense in the league.
No, Hedy,
They were the best
It
offense.
wasn't
in the,
until Kerr.
They were the best offense in the league with Monte Ellis and Jason
they were
Richardson and one of
bottom
the,
feeders, Eddie.
they were bottom feeders, but they were one of the best offenses in the
they weren't
league.
good though, bro.
So Steph changed them defensively. All that changed was they got better defensively. That's all that changed. Steph did that.
You want to know why? I'll just be really honest with you. You want to know why I don't have Curry like number 5? Because of one thing. And I think this changes everything, and I think it would be a lot different for you too. Kevin Durant coming to Golden State, I can't use the 4, right? Because 2 of them were there with him. I don't think that, and we disagree on this, I don't think Kevin Durant needed to come to Golden State for Curry to have 4 championships. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because, let me finish. Not if they stayed the same, they weren't gonna win a couple more, right? Everybody forgets that last one before KD came to the team. I mean, they were up 3-1 on that team, right? So it wasn't like that other team on the other side was a lot better than them. One team just went on one of the greatest runs of all time, and we've seen why LeBron James was the greatest player of all time. I think that Golden State could have still added, because they were going to add somebody. That's just the type of organization they are. They could have still added a couple other players, right? Whether it didn't have to be KD. It could have been fucking Paul George. It could have been fucking somebody of that caliber.
But why do we need to add an all-NBA player to a team that just won 73 games for you to be able to compete?
Heady teams do that all the time.
No, they don't. No, they don't do that all the time.
LeBron James,
most guys don't play with Kevin Durant in the middle of the fucking prime. We look at Shaq's numbers and we go, Kobe, of course you won 3. Your man was averaging 38 and 16. KD was at 33, 10 and 8 in those finals.
But that's not on Curry that they went and added somebody.
It was on Curry because they needed a matchup for LeBron, Hakeem.
Okay.
Curry was getting his matchup. Okay. Curry was getting fucking cooked, and he was getting cooked right back. Okay. He's cooking right back.
Yeah, okay.
The problem on that team was they had no human being to match up with LeBron.
That's okay.
They had the defensive player of the year on their team in Draymond Green, and he could do nothing with him.
Okay.
You know what they went and did? They went and got 1B LeBron.
Okay.
They went and got a guy who's arguably top 5 player of all time as a basketball player, bro. And he needed that to win 4. And for you to say he does it, it's tripping. Because I saw him against Toronto. How'd it look?
Okay, bro. Oh, my God.
How'd it look?
Rough.
And then I seen LeBron against Golden State without his 2 guys. How'd it look? How'd it look? I've seen Kobe walk in with not a very loaded roster and win 2. Against a team that was more loaded than his, right? I've seen him do that. I've seen Michael drag his teams.
Yeah.
I've seen Magic be the number 1 guy every fucking time he stepped on the court to 5.
He doesn't have 5.
And all those guys have the same resume stuff, though.
You know what it is? Honestly, I think that
all of them.
this is the only way I get frustrated with him about this subject, because we're far apart. We're close to where he should be ranked. He gets really you know what? You should fucking love Steph Curry.
I do love Steph Curry.
No, wait.
I love Steph Curry as a basketball player. I love Steph Curry,
you should be thanking God every day that he existed and that Golden State team existed, because the greatness of that team is the only reason that you can firmly say that LeBron James is the GOAT right now.
So I should love Steph Curry for choking, and then at the same breath I should put him at 4.
Where's the choking though, bro?
Hakeem, what other player in NBA history?
Toronto without 2 of their best players.
In NBA history, what other player can we take and be like, you know what? You have a better roster by far. You blew a 3-1 lead, and we're not even going to question you. We're not even going to be like, where was your heart? If that was LeBron, and LeBron is the greatest fucking player of all time. If that was Michael, and he blew a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals with a better roster.
Shit on him.
Ace, you were in the 90s. What would you have said about Michael?
I would have shit on him.
We would have questioned him after 5.
My baby. But
with LeBron, we would have questioned him after already he was a champion.
Eddie,
with Steph,
the only reason
with Steph, he blows up 3-1 lead,
do that.
and we can't step back and be like, "Hey, how the fuck did that happen?"
We can do that, but we do that. We don't hold it against him because it happened to the fucking GOAT. If it wasn't the GOAT on the other side, that wouldn't have happened.
But it happened with the GOAT he had a much better team than LeBron did.
It's the GOAT.
It was a much better team.
I know, I get it, but
then you say he's the GOAT, and then you tell me he would have won another 1 or 2.
Yeah, he would have
without
won another 2.
How?
Yeah, he would have, man. He would have. 100%.
So he lost 1 year against the GOAT.
Because he did it anyways. He went in a couple of years later and he won it without him anyways.
It wasn't when LeBron was. It was LeBron who was 38 by that point.
But Hetty, my whole point is, yes, sure, LeBron James was in the way of Curry. That's fine. I'm not going to hold that against Curry, man. That's the greatest player of all time.
That's not why I rank him less.
I know, but my point is, though,
bro.
I'm not, I get it. Why don't we hold it against Curry that he blew that 3-1 lead? You know what? He should get a lot more hate than that. That's
Who was the second best player
disgusting.
in the 90s?
Karl Malone, maybe?
No, not Karl Malone. It was Hakeem Olajuwon. Was by far the second best player in the 90s.
Okay.
How many championships did he have in the 90s?
Does he have 1 or 2?
2. He had 2.
Okay.
The years Michael retired. If Michael wasn't in the 90s, how many do you think Hakeem Olajuwon ends up with?
4, 5.
At minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum. Just hear me out.
I'm with you.
As a basketball player, you've witnessed him in person. Like, you were around for that time. As a basketball player, you know how many guys are better than Hakeem Olajuwon as a basketball player? Not a fucking lot, bro. That list is very, very short. You know how I know? Because I saw the greatest players of all time run to him for help. In Kobe, in LeBron.
Yeah.
Let's not forget who they were calling up on the phone and be like, hey, come teach me basketball.
100%.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
He ran into the GOAT. We punish him. We say, you know what? I don't care how good you were. You have 2. We're putting you at 10. We're putting you at 10.
Yeah.
And then it comes to Steph and be like, you know what? We can't punish him. We still gotta,
But
still gotta give him
Hetty,
response.
the only thing.
It doesn't make sense, bro. What we do with Steph doesn't. Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
But Hetty,
It doesn't make sense what we do with him, bro.
the only thing about that in that scenario is that you always say too,
Yes.
like that the '90s.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, sure. There was Michael.
Yes.
There was Kareem.
Yes.
Outside of that, who was there? So even if there wasn't no LeBron that ever existed, right?
Right.
Let's just say, yeah, bro, he still had to run into some other guys that are a lot deeper than the '90s, though.
The next other guy was on his own fucking team.
Yes, but Hetty, that's not his
next
fault.
other
though.
guy was on his.
But that's not his fault.
I'm not
though.
saying
that's
Steph,
not on him.
Let's
though.
punish him for playing with KD.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
But that's the only reason I have him as high as I do.
Exactly. So the resume doesn't match the player.
Sure.
One question would
So the resume didn't match the player.
Would do.
It's very clear that the resume doesn't match where we think he is as an actual basketball player. And the only thing you could toss that up to is the situation he was in. There's no other way to do it. You think Tom's the GOAT?
I do.
You think he's better than Patrick Mahomes? I don't think he's better than fucking Patrick Mahomes. And I think if Patrick Mahomes played on the Patriots, he'd end up with 9, not 7.
Right.
But the
difference in the gap is what? Situation.
That is a different conversation.
No. I'm just giving you what I mean by when I say situation.
I know.
Is that you have to look at resume versus player.
But I get that because but when you're trying to knock off somebody off being a GOAT, like that's why. But we're talking about with Curry,
right?
And his resume doesn't match up with the top 5, 6 other guys. But yeah, bro, you know what? Sure, then that's because that first 5 or 6 are elite players. Yeah, I could put Curry right behind those guys.
You keep agreeing with me without even realizing.
No, because you keep on saying that.
Agreeing without realizing.
Yes, I know, but
you're saying exactly what I'm saying without realizing it.
Sure.
Hakeem, you keep saying the same thing I'm saying. You're saying, yeah, the resume is the same, but he's not as good as a basketball player. And I keep asking you, you're right. That's what I'm saying. The thing that me and you are differing on is why.
Yeah. It's not because of the resume. I just think those players are just better than him. That's it. You keep on saying that the player.
Hakeem, understand my question.
Yeah, you just keep on saying that.
I'm asking you why. I'm asking you why. We keep saying, no, his resume is better than a player. And then you keep telling me, no, his resume is better than a player. Yes, we're agreeing. We're saying the same thing. Why?
It's literally the same thing.
Why is the resume better than the player? What other player can we point at and be like, yeah, that's true for him?
Like you said,
we can't, bro.
Situations and the context. You gotta
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
We needed one of those. We haven't had one of those. We didn't have one of those last pod.
It was going to be here.
On the pod.
I wanted to join
Y'all,
so
you
bad.
join us.
Come on, join it.
No,
right?
you guys.
This one, I swear, I promise you I'm going to do it.
No, swear.
I swear to God.
swear.
On everything I love.
Ready?
On the
Pod. Come on, guys. What the fuck? Let me jump in.
You gotta time it.
All right.
Ready?
On the pod.
Fuck. I thought we were going to fuck.
No, I swear.
All right, come on. Let me get into it.
Last one.
Yeah.
On the
Fucking pussies.
Send us off, bro. Send us
you
off.
guys.
Thanks
Love
for
you guys.
watching. Thank you guys. Subscribe and like all our socials, please, on YouTube. Appreciate you guys for watching.
Peace.